It is clear that the OBA has lost control of the House of Assembly and no longer holds the confidence of two of its founding members. The OBA faces two choices: suffer a humiliating defeat of a no confidence motion, or dissolve the House and move towards a general election. With the latter being the more likely option, today, the Progressive Labour Party is calling on the youth of Bermuda and all unregistered voters to register to vote. We have heard you. I have heard you. I canvass and I talk to young people, young Bermudians daily, and I hear the concerns that they have with their island home. I and my PLP colleagues understand the hopelessness that you feel with unemployment for you and your families. I understand your concerns about being able to afford to live in your Bermuda. I hear your concerns with the increased amount of protests and unprecedented civil unrest in our island home. I hear you, and the PLP hears you. Young people, you are our future. I implore you to take your rightful place, participate, and be engaged. It's time for you to sit at the table and to be part of the process to really move our island forward and to put Bermudians first. To those unregistered voters, it's time for you to let your voice to be heard in your island home. We need you. You can no longer sit back and watch. We all have to work together to see and be the progress that we want. Bermudians of all races, ages, we must close our gaps and build relationships for a better Bermuda. Please register to vote and really make a difference.
Ways this election is about Bermuda's future and what it's going to look like going forward. We are encouraging potential voters to register to vote as soon as possible to ensure that every eligible voter is able to cast their vote regarding the key issues that are facing our country. Let us not forget, one of the OBA's first moves was to break their promise on term limits. One of the second moves was to limit opportunities for young Bermudians by giving the same job opportunities to guest workers. Bermuda can do better. It's time for a government that puts Bermudians first, one that would deliver hope for all young Bermudians today. Thank you.
Any questions?
Yes. I have two questions for Mr. Simmons. Pass the mic over, please.
Is this on this or something else?
Yeah, this.
Okay.
MP Simmons, we all know it's no secret last time the PLP paid the price because giant slice of the base said among the vote, stay home. Why do you think this time will be different?
I think this time will be different because we're different. And I think there is an understanding from our time in government that we have to be humble, we have to listen, and we have to be accountable. And I think that taking the time over the past couple of years to get out in the community, to talk to the people, to reconnect, to understand what matters to them. This is not about us. It's not about us gaining power. It's not about us having ministerial positions. It's not about that. It's about having a government that delivers for our people. We've seen 4 years of what a government that doesn't take care of Bermudians, that doesn't put Bermudians first looks like. And Bermuda can't take another 5 years of that.
Senator Ming touched on it, so to speak, when she mentioned the job situation. But we keep hearing from the OBAs. Last night, the Chairman Lord said it, and Premier Dunkley said it earlier, or recently, that we have reversed the economic recession that we inherited. It's gone.
Well, I can say this here. The children of privilege and wealth can feel that way. But for the rest of us who have to pay bills and don't benefit from the profit of the companies that we pay bills to, for those of us who don't live in mansions and in elite communities, the real world hits us. And so when we talk to regular people, and this is where the argument of two Bermudas is so powerful, there is one Bermuda where they have had a speed bump on the road of prosperity. The rest of Bermuda has been derailed. And it's okay to say jobs are here, but the numbers don't bear it out. Tourism jobs dropped by 2.9% last year, while non-Bermudian jobs in the industry grew. Bermudian jobs dropped, non-Bermudian jobs grew. If the government believes that non-Bermudian job growth is a success while Bermudians continue to be unemployed, they've been living the high life for too long.
term limits. That wasn't a promise necessarily, was it? And with the offering of opportunities to young Bermudians of expatriates, that was the proposal to allow their children to get summer jobs, wasn't it?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it was an attempt, and one of the reasons why that conversation is still important is that the economy, particularly for a lot of Bermudians right now, is very, very depressed. So when conversations are being pushed forward, where those conversations potentially may hurt more and more young Bermudians, then those are the type of things that we certainly want to address. So going forward, the PLP have promised to be a government that's going to govern for all of Bermuda.